Hello, LBS 400 students. Welcome to your Early Literacy Concepts Review videos. This is one of many that will review important concepts from our course and our textbook. So in this video, which is video A, we're going to discuss some foundational ideas that are found in Cunningham and Allington's text. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. You should also be following along on your own computer with the PDF, because in that PDF of this same presentation, you will have links to all the videos and additional resources that you're going to want to click on. So like I mentioned, we are in video A, and we're going to discuss whether or not students have an understanding of why we read and write. This is what Cunningham and Allington believe are foundational skills that children need to have. So when we think about why we read and write, how did children come across this concept and how did they absorb it into their little minds? Well, here's some reasons that this develops. First, they have adults reading to them. Very commonly, we imagine that people learn reading from their parents reading books to them. That's the most obvious answer, right? We have also adults pointing out text throughout the environment, things in your home, things in the classroom, things in the community. I remember when I was little, my mom would point out signs on street signs, things like that, showing you the name on your cereal box and asking you about the letters. Those are kinds of common things around your home and your community that you might point out to children, where they start to recognize that the text they're seeing actually means something, and that's the adults are decoding that. Prior to that, they might not really understand it unless they see adults modeling that behavior. Children also see adults reading for themselves and their own purposes, things like reading bills, reading emails, recipes, books, or reading magazines, other things like that. Now, obviously, using our smartphones and iPads and things like that, children might see adults reading for their own purposes, and that's a good modeling behavior that they will gain an understanding of what reading and writing is from. They also might learn some of the letters around them if parents are really conscious of that and pointing it out all the time. So you might have parents quizzing them and asking them, do you know the name of this? What's that letter? What sound does that letter make? Often parents will teach their kids how to write their name, and that's kind of the first thing that they start with. So that's a common one. Here I would like you to pause this video and open up from your PDF. There should be a clickable link in here, and you're going to watch this Reading Rockets video, and it's about a little baby about 2 or 3 years old, and it shows what this family is doing to try and give this child a head start on the reading process. So pay attention to some of these things, and it's going to be a good example of a lot of the things we already discussed in the previous slide. Go ahead and pause now and watch this video, and then you can click start again once you've watched. All right, welcome back. So the next step you're going to take in this section for this video A is you're going to go log into Blackboard. You're going to click on assignments folder and then go into the early literacy folder. In there, you're going to see a discussion forum labeled Early Literacy Concepts A. It's all about this video and everything we've discussed. And you're going to create a thread. Here's your prompt. After watching the Reading Rockets video about baby Mira, describe some ideas you learned about how children learn what reading and writing is and why we do it. Does this remind you of your own experiences with young children? For students who do not have parents like Mira's who practice these skills early, what could you do if you were a primary teacher to supplement? So think about what you saw in the video, some of the things we discussed in the beginning of this video together, and then think about what you might do if you were a teacher. So in your classroom, you're going to have babies like Mira, some little 5-year-olds that come in and they're all prepared and their parents have done all kinds of things. And you're going to have some children who maybe have a lot of exposure to text and print, but not the traditional ways that baby Mira has had. So how are you going to tap into what they know and make those connections for them? Think about that and put a post onto that discussion thread. Once you're done, go back in later and check on what your colleagues have written and try to respond to at least 2 other people for a total of 5 points. 3 points for your post, 1 point for each response you give to them. Thanks. Enjoy your reading and your discussion board, and I'll see you in the next video.